Hi everyone, Casey Byer here. Hope you all have had a wonderful week. Wanted to do a quick update for the rest of this week. I felt guided to post something today just for the rest of the week. Last night, I don't know if any of you all felt it, but something felt really off last night. Just something in the air just seems a little bit off. I don't know what gave me that feeling, but literally it just something wasn't right. So, let's just put in some good intentions that we figure out what's going on and that maybe we can send some good energy towards that situation or conflict that's arising. But some things that I was being told was that for the remaining of the week is that I feel like there is a lot of stuff bubbling up deep inside some of you, that some of this energy that is rising is because you're starting to clear out. I'm hearing like sacred spaces within yourself. Okay. I can say since this hurricane has hit, and it's really cleared out a lot of the energy here, I'm seeing a lot of things a little bit more differently. Things that I have been shown for the last 5 years are now starting to become more clear. It's kind of like, like I'm being reshown it all over again to say, hello, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's just now getting that information and now starting to recognize it. I hope that maybe I get shown like how to really put it into some sort of career or to help others. But I'm just taking it in one day at a time. I feel like some of you are starting to see this too, like, oh, I've been seeing this for so long and now I'm like, okay. But also one other thing that I heard is that for some of us, we're also going to have some foreshadowing moments. We're going to start seeing some of the future stuff that's going to be taking place. They're saying like don't get caught up in the whole prophet type, pronouns. There's a lot of pronouns being thrown out there nowadays, especially in the spiritual communities. Every single person is their own little prophet person, if you want to call that. And they want to remind people to not put yourself higher than somebody else. That this is, if you do, this is coming from an ego standpoint, and you need to shut that down. We all are going through something right now, and right now is not the time to put yourself on a higher pedestal than somebody else. We're all going through something. It is something that is changing within us, and we're having to take more of an inner path right now than an outer path. Okay, does that make sense? More like you're supposed to work on your inside than start to physically start doing things out in the world. So really take things, what you're getting, it's more inner work that we're doing right now. Just write the stuff down that you see, write things that you hear, and all. And if you need to do research, do that. But they're really emphasizing don't get caught up in these pronouns that is being thrown out there nowadays. Okay, it's really took over like the spiritual community like by storm. I mean maybe you guys have seen it if you join like some spiritual groups on social media. It's like if you're a light worker or an earth angel or whatever, they see themselves as like higher beings, but don't allow that to happen to you. Work on yourself, take in as much information as you can, do your homework. But yeah, I'm the type of person that I see so much stuff that I just go with what I know. I will admit that at the start of my own journey, I had a little bit of ego when it came to all this. Now that I've learned and now I've grown. I don't think that way anymore. It's not that I saw myself as higher, it's that I put those labels with what I was going through or the way how I felt because I was trying to find an identification for myself. And what I've learned is that these labels that we're putting, they don't completely define who we are. If anything, that defines who we are is that we are these unlimited beings who can manifest in a beautiful way things that we need, things that are coming to us, and things that are going to come into our future. I'm a firm believer in that. So if anything, we're just unlimited energy, and we can make things possible. So yeah, a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of inner working happening, a lot of they made me feel like earlier when I was feeling to do this video was that also is that things that are rising to the surface also are you're trying to tie loose ends. You're putting things to rest. You're concluding a chapter in your book of life and or with a relationship, and it's time to close that door and it's time to move on. So a lot of inner healing. I feel like a lot of green energy is coming in, and Raphael is here to help. Chamuel, Archangel Chamuel, is also here to help us open up our heart chakras a little bit more. Raphael is here to help heal us through this process, and Metatron will step in and say hello. I'm using sacred geometry to also help you. So if you see stars or constellations or stuff like that, I used to not see constellations, couldn't see them. My husband on the other end couldn't figure out why. And then I noticed one night I was actually seeing them. I was like, wow. So things that you didn't see before, you're going to start seeing a little bit more, because you're starting to open up more, you're starting to become more connected, and life is starting to progress for you, okay? So take everything in, don't allow things to get to you. Write a journal, or internalize it, and just go with the flow and the process, okay? This is also not a week to obsess over certain things in your life, okay? There's a lot going on. Go with the flow, let it go, and everything will be okay. So I hope this all helps you all for this week. And I am going to do the horoscope readings for October, okay? That is coming. So kids started back to school today. I do have extra time now to be able to get those videos and start working on them. And we'll see what the month of October brings us. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. And God bless. Have a good one.